Imagine a life where the pressure to perform in the bedroom actually enhances your pleasure and connection instead of sabotaging it. This video unveils the simple keys to shifting your nervous system into a relaxed state, helping you perform your best naturally, transforming anxiety into confident ease. In this video, you'll learn what you can do to quickly relax before going into the bedroom to make sure your body and mind are ready for fun. If you do get nervous once you're already in the bedroom, you'll learn quick stealth techniques to calm back down that she won't even know that you're doing to get back in the mood and rock her world. And you'll learn how you can turn your everyday stress into a superpower for better bedroom performance. And stick around to the end where you'll learn about a special free tool that can help you spot what might be making you extra nervous. It's like having a secret map to find and get rid of things that are messing with your mojo. Your stress is like an overflowing bathtub. These hacks are like finding the hidden drain plug, allowing you to quickly release the tension and bring things back down to a comfortable level. Now, let's start with talking about techniques you can use before going into the bedroom so you're nice and relaxed before you start intimacy. Now, with these techniques, we're primarily going to be focusing on the focus and flow portion of F3 as we're learning how to relax the nervous system and increase blood flow, which you'll see on the impact point matrix here with things like breathing and meditation, as well as sleep. Okay, we're going to start with the basics here. I'm going to show you a specific type of breathing that I find particularly helpful, but let's start with breathing in general. What we want to do is activate the vagus nerve, which brings us into the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and reproduce nervous system. So, some basic concepts to keep in mind, which will make any of your breathing more effective. One of which is inhale through the nose. And when you inhale through the nose, you want to try to make your inhales at least 4 seconds long. Okay, nice and slow. The second concept is when you exhale, which can be through the nose or the mouth, you want to make your exhales longer than your inhales. Whenever your exhales are longer than your inhales, your heartbeat naturally starts to slow down and you go into the rest and reproduce nervous system, which is what we're accomplishing here. So, let me show you the vibratory breathing, which I find one of the most effective because it incorporates those concepts, but also greatly increases nitric oxide production, which helps your overall bedroom performance because nitric oxide opens up your blood vessels, giving you stronger erections. So, with that in mind, what we want to do is inhale for at least 4 seconds into the belly through the nose, and then we're going to exhale with a hum and then immediately inhale back in to bring in all that nitric oxide. So let's do one together. Inhale through the nose, exhale with the hum. Then immediately inhale back in. Okay, so you get that nitric oxide in. Now, another thing you can add to this is you can add eye movements. So if you look down diagonally, like toward the corner of your eye, but down, not up, and you hold it there for about 30 to 60 seconds, it will also bring you into the rest and reproduce nervous system, which is what we're doing. Quickly relax. You can combine this with the breathing, though. So just as I was just showing you with the breathing, if you just keep your eye pointed, diagonally, and then you could switch over to the other side after about 30 seconds, then you're stacking these techniques upon each other to help you relax even more. Now, another thing you can do is tense up your body as you do this. So, in other words, what you do is you take this long inhale, but after the inhale, you're going to tense your whole body up. So, we're going to do at least a 4-second inhale through the nose. Then I'm going to tense my whole body up, hold it for 10 seconds, and then relax with an exhale tense, slow, a slow exhale so that we slow that heart rate down, right? And I'm even going to do a little bit of a sigh with my exhale. So let's try it with the inhale through the nose. Now tense the whole body, all the way from the feet, all the way up into your legs, into your back, into your arms, into your face, your jaw. Tense everything up. Hold it for about 10 seconds. And then after 10 seconds, you're going to slowly exhale. Or if you want to put the sigh in there. Okay. So that also puts you into parasympathetic really quick. So, particularly if you need to relax quickly, you can get into there really quickly doing this because it takes about 20 seconds total. Now, another thing you can do with your body to go into a relaxation state is to shake it. Just shake it out like so, just shake your body. Like that. You shake it for a while. It helps bring that nervous energy out of your body. You see this in nature all the time with animals. When they get out of danger, they'll shake, right? To shake that off. It's literally that saying, shake it off, shake it off. That's what you're literally doing. You're shaking off the nervousness. Super simple technique you can do. Now, another thing you can do that's really helpful is ear massage, because the ear is full of acupuncture points, including ones to the genitals and all throughout the body. And by activating these, you can greatly relax your body. Now, you don't have to overthink this as long as you fully massage the ears. You just kind of in here and working, you can start by working the outside of the ear like so, going all the way down into the lobe, right? And then you can work in more toward the center of the ear, right? And you try to get all the way in there, especially toward the ear canal, right? Because that's where you start getting these acupuncture points that are more towards the genitals. But all of the ear, getting all of the ear is very relaxing to the body. And then after you massage it, you can do a little ear pulling. So you pull it up, kind of stretch it. Okay. Pull it down like so. You can pull it forward. And I would hold these typically longer than this, right? Maybe 10 seconds or so. I'm just showing you so you can get a little quicker. And then you can grab hold and you can twist, which is really nice. You sort of twist and then you can actually pull. So twist and pull, which really gets that fascial system as well. And there's a lot of fascia that goes around your skull and into your jaw and all of this. And this can really help relax that. If you can get your head and jaw relaxed in addition to your ears, helps tremendously with the relaxing before going into the bedroom. Now, another thing you can do is foam rolling the body. I've got several videos on YouTube about that if you want to watch those, particularly foam rolling the legs. Very great for blood flow when it comes to overall bedroom performance, as well as relaxing the body in general. Another thing that's super helpful is cold water. Cold showers in particular are really good, particularly before going into the bedroom or before going on a date. Okay, because it puts you deeply into that parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and reproduce nervous system, which is what we're accomplishing with this video, making you much more relaxed on that date, much more in your body and not in your head, and as well as before going into the bedroom. Not only does it relax you before going into the bedroom, but it also activates all these nerves so that when you're laying up against her and you're feeling her, you can feel her more with your whole body. You're focused more on whole body pleasure, which is great for lasting power. And it cools your engines down. So if you ever find yourself overheating during sex, cold shower beforehand can really work wonders with that. Okay, now we're going to move into the techniques you can do once you're in the bedroom, because we can lose that relaxation. All of a sudden we can start getting in our heads. We can get anxious while we're in the bedroom, get that performance anxiety. So it's great to have some techniques you can use in the bedroom that are sort of stealth, right? That it's not real obvious that you're doing it. Now, one of them is not stealth. This first one is not stealth, but it's also the most powerful of them all. And that is just letting those pleasure sounds out of your mouth. Most guys are silent in the bedroom. I was one of those guys. But I'll tell you, it hurts you in so many different ways. One of which is this relaxation. By definition, if you're not letting those pleasure sounds out, you are keeping yourself tense. You are suppressing yourself, even if it's unconscious, subconscious. The more you let that out, the more you let those sounds out, the less repressed you are. The more expressive you are, the more relaxed you are. But also the sounds themselves, just like the humming we did earlier, the sounds themselves, like, these pleasure sounds, they vibrate just like the humming and activates the vagus nerve, which causes us to relax. So it's putting us in to the relaxation mode, and it's building up nitric oxide in our nasal cavity. So we get that benefit. Plus, it's communicating to our partner that we're enjoying this. I mean, how much more do you enjoy it when your partner makes noise versus when they don't? How you know if they enjoy it or not, right? When you're making noise, you're giving a gift to both her and you, because you're keeping yourself relaxed and you're letting her know how much you're enjoying this experience. So another technique you can use that is a stealth one that sort of builds off of what we just learned is the physiological sigh. And this has been scientifically validated to work really well. And basically what it is 2 inhales through the nose and a sigh with an exhale, with a long exhale. So basically, and the second inhale is shorter. So it's like this. It's like, relaxes you very quickly. And that sigh can be what I call a mighty moan as well, right? A pleasure sound. They're closely related. And that feeds off of what we were just talking about. But when you do that real quick, it will help you relax in the moment. You can just do the quick inhale with a sigh and get right back to relaxation. Now, another thing that's really important is not taking things so seriously, right? If you start getting stressed, instead of trying to get into your head and fix all that, just cuddle with your partner, look in your partner, laugh with your partner, whatever it is. Laughter is very relaxing to the body for both of you. And it lets you, it takes the seriousness out of it to where it's both, you can just yeah, we're here having fun. This is fantastic. So don't forget that. Have fun and laugh. And then there's sensate focus. So that's just making sure that you're focusing on your senses. How does she smell? How does she look? Setting up the room, right? Candlelight, soft music, that type of stuff that keeps your senses involved so you're in a relaxed way. So you stay relaxed and you're focused on the enjoyment versus worrisome thoughts. Now, related to that is gratitude. Just thinking about how awesome it is that you get to have this experience with your partner here, right? So that you're having this experience at all. In feeling that gratitude, the more you feel gratitude, you cannot feel anxious and nervous and grateful at the same time. So instead of trying to fight the darkness, trying to fight the nervousness, just shift your focus to gratitude for the situation. Or if you're in love with your partner, you can also shift to just feeling all that love for your partner. Now, let's talk about how you can turn this stress into your own advantage, into a superpower. Now, once again, we're focused more on the flow and focus portion of the F3 for this. And this is important to understand because this is a nervous system issue that we're dealing with. So the concept I want you to get into mind is the old saying that whatever doesn't kill us makes us stronger, right? And it's very true. It turns us into a diamond, right? So a diamond is basically coal that's been under all this pressure for an extended period of time, and it transforms it into a diamond. So being able to handle pressure, being able to handle stress and mitigate it quickly is what gives us the superpower. So basically, just implementing the techniques that we've already said, but implementing them quickly. So, in other words, not allowing yourself to stay in that fight or flight for long periods of time. You realize you're nervous, and then you implement one of these strategies, right? You do a physiological sigh, you do some, ear massage, you do some vibratory breathing, you do some gratitude, whatever it is, you come out of the fight or flight in to rest and reproduce quicker. And that trains your nervous system to be able to handle stress much quicker, right? And that gives you a superpower because stress is a part of life. It's not going anywhere. What what can change is your response to it. And the more that you practice these techniques, the quicker your nervous system learns how to automatically start switching from fight or flight to rest and reproduce, which will help you tremendously, not only in your day-to-day life, but when you go into the bedroom, to where you don't even have to think about these techniques anymore because you've practiced them so much that you automatically go into relaxation instead of performance anxiety when you go into the bedroom. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I've got something special for you. Remember that secret map I talked about? It's called the Xander Holt Assessment, and it's totally free. You take the assessment, it lets you know what your primary core alpha inhibitor is that is affecting your bedroom performance. And this will tell you if there's some other alpha inhibitor that is actually causing you to be nervous that you might not even be thinking about, right? Some other cause other than just mental worry. And it's quick. It's like it takes less than a minute. It's totally free. I highly recommend taking it because it'll give you some great insight on what is affecting your performance and what additional things, secret things, hidden things might be affecting your nervousness so that you can address it from a more holistic perspective. So click the link in the description below to take that assessment for free. Now that you've got these relaxation hacks down, let's supercharge the physical aspects of your bedroom performance naturally. Your body needs the right fuel to match your relaxed mind. In my next video here, we'll go deep into the top superfoods that boost your performance naturally. You'll discover delicious ways to enhance your libido, stamina, and overall sexual health. It's the perfect next step to becoming a confident, high-performing lover. Click the video here to watch it now and take your bedroom game to a whole new level.